Hey there everybody and welcome to Let the Dice Roll, our brand new adventure with a brand new cast. Oh, it's great every time we have a new people joining our fray. New people and old people. So, hello
I'm not
cast
that
and
old.
welcome.
Jesus, man.
I'm
Come on.
only turning 24 next month.
Yeah, Jesus. Come on, man.
I was talking about new people on the show, okay?
Sure you are.
Self-conscious people.
I'm just gonna eat chocolate.
Chocolate and ice cream. Very good. Very good and very good breakfast.
Chocolate ice
Chocolate
cream.
tea.
Chocolate and tea. Okay, I can get behind that. I can get behind chocolate and tea. That sounds good.
Combination.
So, what is up, everybody? Let's welcome our two new additions to Where Did I So I believe that we have Joachim Peterson over on here.
Yes, I'm new to this.
Yes.
Everything's good, like except for the insomnia that I've had for like 2 weeks. But except for that, everything's fine. I've been missing role playing a lot actually, so this is going to be great. It's the first time I'm ever, I think, in any edition actually, a player in D&D. I've suffered for a long time the
The
what's
plight
it
of a
called?
DM.
Yeah.
The DM plague.
Yep. But I think I'm gonna enjoy this a lot. It's gonna be super fun.
Okay. Well, Joachim, we're gonna start off with your proper introduction as a person. So, who are you on Twitch? And
Oh, okay.
what do you do on Twitch?
I don't really know what I'm doing on Twitch. I'm streaming a variety of things. A lot of Souls games, but recently I've been mixing it up quite a bit. I'm probably gonna do a lot of co-op streams actually. I have a friend that's interested in joining me on stream, so we're going to do some local co-op. It's gonna be awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah, enjoyed that, dude. Okay. Do you guys go and follow his channel? It's just right below his name. And he does an amazing show like on Souls games. He's the guy who will just go on, die 300 times just to make his
300 is nothing. I mean,
300 is nothing.
I died.
I don't even need to continue on. You guys you've just proved my point. And our next new person on Red Dead Dice Roll cast, we have Chris, who has been around the channel for a very long time, but this is the first time we've reeled him in on Red Dead Dice Roll.
I actually did let the dice roll.
Oh no! You're right. You're right. You were in
One time.
one of the first ones when the Red Dead Dice Roll was a one-shot and not a 2-week adventure.
Right, yeah. So I did a one shot with a warlock character that I made, but this time I'm gonna be going with a new character, dwarven life cleric. Me.
Well, we're gonna do character creation and character introduction in just a bit. Right now,
Cool.
you just introduce yourself.
Okay, yeah. Well, my name is Chris. That's Chris with 7 Z's, and I do variety streams right now. I'm like gonna be jumping into some Just Cause 3 a little bit later tonight, and then I don't know. I've been doing a lot of Fallout since it came out, just because that game is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, that's it. That's it.
Awesome. So let's go to our returning customers, McQueenas. As I always
say, right? Well, I'm Mac Cornes. I'm also a variety streamer on Twitch. I play literally all kinds of games from Dota to Osu to I don't even know. And at the moment, I'm playing a little bit of everything. I wish I played more Fallout 4, but I enjoyed it more off stream than I played on stream, especially since people started to spoil the entire story and the ending.
yeah.
I was like saved from those people. I don't know how,
Yeah.
but somehow I didn't encounter them.
The worst thing was like someone spoiled the ending, and because it sounded so absurd, I thought it was like as a joke meant to me out of context, and I repeated it, and then eventually it turned out it was actually true, so I actually repeated the ending. So I spoiled it
I know that was
myself.
horrible because
I was like, oh, I literally had no idea, but my friend, like one of my moderators said why he banned them, and I was like, what? So it was true on stream, so he did blah blah blah. I was like, oh my god.
yeah, I'm sorry for you. I really am because that plot twist, I think was one plot twist that just it was like kind of like Megaton, you know? I
Yeah.
never expected it. Like,
Yeah.
never.
I'll just act like I don't know. I forget it. Usually, like in series, if someone spoils something, I forget about it. Unless it's like, for example, Game of Thrones. Like Joffrey dies. This happened years ago. Everyone can be over this. But yeah, certain things like usually I forget it. This was pretty. It was like fuck. So rude. So
I
I
remember-
played it off screen.
I remember a friend of mine was so pissed off when when he randomly said to somebody that like Joffrey's gonna die because he read it in the books like years ago, like years before the show showed up. He read it in the books and he was talking about the books with somebody, and he said that, and one random guy on the street heard it, and he started pissing on like, "Why would you tell me that? I didn't want to know. Now you spoil me." It's like, I've known this for 3 years. It's fucking public domain. I want to speak about it,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, but with some things, like, what is the limit of what you can say? I think if it's a few years past, you should be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like, if you haven't seen it by now, it's your own fault. You should just watch it. It's an amazing show. So,
Yes, there's a fine line there. I mean, if you're, I think the only spoil that's bad is if you do it intentionally, like the people did it to you. Like if you
Yeah,
intentionally
exactly.
spoil to try and spoil somebody's experience, yeah. But if you do it accidentally, then nobody can blame you.
nope.
Which is the veil I always take when I spoil something. Anyway, Brad, what's up, and what do you do on Twitch, dude?
Hello, it's me, Brad Woto from YouTube. I do mostly D&D streams as well now. I've got the same curse as Chucky and Joachim in that I learned to DM, and now that's all I ever get to do. I've been streaming a little bit of games, been playing some JRPGs because that's the type of stuff what I like playing. But mostly just been D&Ding it up, doing lots of D&D at the moment actually. I'm on two Chucky shows now. So I'm on Gems, replacing Margaret for a bit, right?
Yeah.
I'm on this for 2 weeks. Last time I was on this was the charity stream, right?
Yeah, last one you were on
barely
this
remember anything
was the
that
charity
happened.
stream. The 24-hour charity stream.
This is just a blur to me now.
And that was the last time we played. I played with you as well.
Yeah, you were the same character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fire
you-
Genasi.
No, sorry.
I didn't realise that this was the same world that Scott Coffin was in because I could have just brought him back because he survived that
Yeah.
24-hour stream.
Yeah.
He was the only survivor of the originals. Mostly just doing some D&D. Been playing a little bit of games sometimes. Got a couple of campaigns running. Just if you like D&D, then I'll see you on my channel as well, maybe if you want.
There we
About
go.
it. Nothing great going on. I'm pretty tired. I'm sorry. And my camera's doing this ghosting thing, and I'm really sorry. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it. If you know how to fix it, chat. Someone tell me, because it's just weird.
It's okay. Don't worry.
don't
Don't
want to
worry,
do it.
Brad. Nobody
It
cares.
makes me sad.
Unless you want to start dancing on stream, then we might have a problem seeing you. But if you don't want to do that, it's okay.
Looking crazy. Look at it. So I don't know why it's doing that, but great.
Okay, so guys, ignore the texts above people's heads because those are ex-character names. So let's go into character introduction. I have the map in the world you guys are in right on roll 20. So now let's go one by one and talk about your characters. Let's start from the bottom up. Joachim Peterson. What is your
Okay.
character?
So, how in depth is this character introduction thing? Should I just describe what it looks like and what?
Whatever you feel like you want to share. Imagine this. You've been with this adventuring party that you are currently with, meaning these people, for a couple of weeks, maybe months. If you've talked beforehand, maybe you've known each other for a lifetime, but you've known each other for a bit. So, how much do you think your character would have shared with them?
How much like fighting and combat and stuff would?
In this world, as an adventuring party, quite a lot.
Okay.
The most common mission is like guarding caravan missions, of course. But there's also like, I don't know what type of missions you guys would go on to. Most of you are clerics, so I imagine that you take something on that is appropriate for that, or do you just behave like any other adventuring party? Like this is your decision as a group.
Okay. Well, I would imagine that we all have like different religions, so it's a kind of a weird party, I think.
Yeah, it is that you all have different religions. You guys go on and tell me what your religions are, so I can give you gods. I don't think I gave you gods beforehand.
I have picked a god.
Oh, you have picked a god for the god list I gave you?
You gave me
Yes.
Kalox.
And
Chaos, yes.
I kind of like to have that secret, so I can write the god to you on like Skype or something.
Cool, yo. Yeah, no problem. So, if
Joachim can't drop the Cthulhu.
no, definitely, definitely. If you feel like you haven't, if you feel like you don't want to share,
I don't know. Maybe someone with religion skill kind of figured it out, but
well, anybody with an religion skill might try and figure it out if they, if they do a religion check. If you do any of your, any of your rituals near them, or you have your holy symbol present. Also, let me make, I'll make this public as well for people in chat. This is the Pantheon of Gods. It's in a Google Drive. This is the Pantheon of Gods for the world in all of the D&D shows I run.
I really enjoyed reading that actually.
That
I was
font is really disturbing.
Sorry, the what?
Readable. Is that for you as well?
Sorry, what?
No,
Mac?
the font.
The font of the file.
Why is it really disturbing?
Looks okay for me.
Yeah, I think it might be just you.
I think it might be on you, yeah.
I'll link it.
It's just like a normal font.
Oh yeah, for me it looks really weird. Look at that.
Anyway, okay, so let's go, Joachim. Give us, if you don't want to share the god, definitely just give us a description of your character and your name.
So I'm going to be playing Oswald by popular demand from my chat. I had to name my character that. He's a really old man. He's like has this. He's kind of pale with blemished skin. He's balding. He has very simple clothes, like basically just think simple monk clothes, like the sack kind of cloth. And like he was probably very tall at some point, but he's so old that he's very like bent over, crooked back. And yeah, in general he seems like a pretty nice guy. He likes helping people. But yeah, and as I said, anyone with religion might figure some things out about this god, but he's very like
Private about it.
yeah, not really private, but if someone else asks him what religion he adheres to, it's like he's very vague about it and doesn't really say the name of it just straight up.
Okay, I understand. Let's go next character and talk about Chris. Chris, what is your character?
My character is a life cleric, so I went ahead and picked the life god Neris that was in that sheet. 80-year-old dwarf named Grimval, Grimval, and yeah, lawful good dude. I had a picture. I'm trying to find it.
Can you 1 second? Can you give me your name again?
Grimval, Grimval.
Grimval. Done.
And yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, he does have a religion, but I feel like he's the kind of dude who wouldn't really pry too much or really try to convert or preach his religion. He kind of just, his whole goal in life is just to serve his God by using his abilities to help other people. So,
Okay. Awesome. Okay, that gives a
Yes.
comprehensive image. Brad, what is
What
your
up?
character?
My character is definitely not a rip-off of Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX. Her name is Beatrix. Her
Just
name
like the character for Final Fantasy 9.
yeah, well, she's an elf, so she's slightly different. But I needed to make something that I could do quickly with a decent reference, really. So I was like, hell, I'm going to play some sort of a woman who's strong and independent. And I was like, fuck yeah, Beatrix, hardcore warrior type,
Dominatrix.
warrior dominatrix woman. So yeah, her name is Beatrix Sycan, or Saken, I think it's probably pronounced. And yeah, she's a war cleric, wood elf. Yeah, she's just pretty focused, really. Just like a focused warrior, up for a fight and protecting people and like lawful good kind of. Praise to the god Kalox, who's the god of like war.
Yeah, the god of war. There are actually two gods of war. There's a face of the Allfather. The god of chaos has three faces, and one of those faces is war. But that's a more chaotic war, while Kalox is the god of war in a different way. More of dominance, power, and war in a more driven way, in a more perspective-driven way, like not war for the sake of war. Put it like that.
That sounds like Beatrix. But yeah, she's just an old soldier, really. Well, she's not actually that old. She's only 101, which for an elf is...
For an elf, you're literally 18.
Yeah, I'm actually quite young. So like, but she's still just a driven soldier kind of thing. I don't know where we are and stuff or why she's there yet, but
Okay.
That's just her general thing. Beatrix Final Fantasy 9, but as an elf, you're welcome for that original concept.
Okay, so Mac, last but not least, what character are you playing?
My name is Edna Ainara, and I'm a Fire Genasi. I'm also a cleric from the Light Domain, and I'm 33 years old. I have red hair, my eyes are orange, and I used to be a bounty hunter, and I do a lot for money. Like, I definitely do a lot to obtain a lot of money. So that's my first and foremost objective. I said I was chaotic good, apparently. And I don't know, I didn't choose a god, but I was reading through it. And I thought Kalista Nyx Maraxis sounded pretty cool, even though she's completely fucked up and evil. I don't know if that matters.
Well, as a Light Domain, it's gonna be very
I don't know
weird
what
to
fits.
have...
I just...
It's gonna be interesting. You could, wouldn't necessarily fit with a god if you want more access. There is a Valiant class called a Death Cleric that you should look into if you want more access.
Is that the difference? Is that like the domain then or something?
Yeah, it gives you the domain spells are different if you pick that.
Oh, okay. But what would be the god if I would just be like for light domain? Because I still have the spells from it. It would be easier.
Your choice, definitely. If you want the god of right, you have a pick between a couple. You have Hyperion, who's the god of the sky and sun. You have you could even do Illuminara. That is the goddess of magic, or even Kelwell, which is the god of all that is good and righteous. But he's a lot more awful. If you want like somebody that's like
a little bit messed up.
A little bit messed up, he's like Hyperion would be your choice. The god of sun and sky.
Okay, I'll just do that. And yeah, so I used to be bounty hunter, and now I'm adventuring. Looking for more money, of course. I am also a very hot-headed character, and I have no patience.
Okay.
I just wanna get shit done.
You guys, as an adventuring party, have been traveling quite a long ways from home. You have taken a ship from the northern edge of the Midgar Empire, and have traveled on the other side of the Freelands. From there, you guys have gone north, taken a guide through the desert, hoping to reach the town of Parsantium, which is the town over on in here. Town at a crossroads, also called the biggest commercial hub in the world, and that's kind of where you were going. But currently, you are in a bar. You are in the first bar ever created. This is the first tavern that was ever made. This always changes. This bar always changes. It's weird. There's weird things about it every time you come here until eventually it becomes this completely new place. There is one constant though. The bartender, Soach, never changes. He looks at you while he always wipes the same nondescript mug with his white clean apron. What do you guys do? Are you eating and so on?
I'm probably
Yeah.
shining up my sword. Got a whetstone out. I'm sitting there with it across my knees, and I'll be drinking whatever drinks are on offer in here.
Yep. Okay.
A mug of mead of some sort, and just shining up my sword, warily looking at the other patrons if there are any.
The place is always full. There's people you recognize, people you know, other adventurers such as yourselves. There's people you've heard about, people that you know by description, and there are people that you've never seen before. But everybody is dressed in this place.
By the way, we knew that this happens often, right? Because I remember that we did this before.
What you remember is what you remember.
Okay. I know my character is just like playing a little bit with like a little bit of fire and just being very impatient, like, not this again. I really want to get going because I feel like this happens way too often than I do. Going.
Well, as you stand there, you hear the distinct sound of dice rattling somewhere in the back of your brain, and without looking around, you know that nobody is playing dice in this place.
I want to walk to the barman and
He smiles at you and says,
hello.
"Yes."
And I want to say, like, I know you've been here often, and I've been here often. I kind of want to know what's up, and I kind of want to get going. Do you have anything to offer, or anything you want to do with us?
He smiles at you and says, "Ah, you're the first one in a long time to remember. Oh, I guess Vagenas, you're a bit different. Normal humans usually forget they've been here."
I'm quite bored of this place. Tell me what's up.
Well, you always come here after an adventure. It's kind of like initiation of some kind. Because you remember, I'll give you this. There's something happening in Parsantium, and I think you'll find it quite interesting.
Oh, how interesting.
Also, if you survive this, we might have to talk more. Oh, something's happening. And he points towards the door. As the door just opens, and you see equal parts light, equal parts darkness, calling out for you. Nobody else notices the door opening. Only the four of you.
Okay, so we feel darkness calling us?
It's not necessarily like darkness or light is calling you. It's like the exit is calling you, but the outside is equal parts darkness, equal parts light.
Well, I get up, I'm like, well, we'll talk about that, and it better be a lot. And I walk out to the door. Do I notice that the rest is also noticing it, or no?
The rest, I mean, the sound of the door opening is quite distinct, and they do turn their faces somehow. Unless they specifically do not want to show that they're looking at the door, people would instinctively turn to look at the door.
Is it like a magical darkness and light, or is it just that it's...
No, it seems completely normal. So like, as you look at it, it seems just completely normal, and you
So
know
we
that
see
you should be going
outside
out.
of the bar.
There's
but
no
it's-
outside of the bar, yeah.
What?
Like, there's no
outside of the bar.
there's no actual outside. You don't see outside. There's no.
Okay, so there is kind of a magical barrier of light and darkness or whatever, or is it?
Maybe
how
so.
does it work?
You're not exactly sure. This is weird.
No,
like, you're
it
trying to
doesn't- I
remember.
would say it's magical, but it's it doesn't look like it's just shining light upon something. It's just
Yeah, it doesn't look like that.
okay. I would probably just stand up and say something like, "He's calling for me," and just move towards the.
Okay.
Light and darkness.
Chris, do you also move towards this?
Yeah, see, if I see that door opening, I'm just gonna like pick up my warhammer and like just like use it just to like prop myself up and be like, oh, let's do it all over again, and then just start heading towards it, like it's light.
Beatrix?
Yeah, she's gonna put the whetstone away and put the sword in the sheath, which is just, it's on her back, but like lower down, so she kind of has to pull the sword from behind. Sheath the sword, and she'll follow Grimvol, kind of nodding in agreement with what he's saying.
Okay. Yeah, so if you guys step outside, is something weird that you notice in the door just as you step? The darkness line is over to, it's like slightly moving over the right. It's kind of like they're not dancing anymore, and that synchronized movement that they always have, that you always see, the darkness is taking slightly over. The edges of right are being surrounded. But that takes only a second as you guys step outside of the bar and I wake up in the morning in a field near the town of Parsantium. You're about 2 hours out. You reach this field in your travels, but you decided not to travel to Parsantium on night, so you made camp and you wake up. The stream remains in your heads for just a couple of seconds. The memories fade away like any other dream, and the dice stop rattling. But you don't feel like they just stop rattling. They just have rolled. The numbers have been rolled.
All right. So, is this? I'm just pinging it on the map. Is that Byzantium right there?
Parsantium. That is Parsantium there.
Okay, and we're in a field like.
You're in a small grade near the edges of the forest.
Okay.
It was too dark and you were too exhausted to actually complete the journey. It still would have taken you like 3 hours of like forced march to get there.
Okay. Is it to what direction?
It is to the west.
It is to our west. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So we know where we are.
Yes, you know where you are. You've been traveling to the town of Parsantium for some time.
But we walked out. We walked into this darkness, and we were immediately in this place. But we still know.
Yeah, you just wake up. That was a dream.
Oh, the bar was a dream.
Yeah,
Okay.
the bar was a dream.
Oh, start that over again. So often, it happens way too often. We haven't introduced each other yet, right? To each other.
I believe you've been traveling for a couple
Yeah,
of
we've been
weeks
traveling
together.
for a while.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
My god's better than your god all the way.
Yeah, so you guys are kind of like, I believe the morning is the most awkward for all of you because you need to do your like god rituals, and everybody kind of goes to do their own praying to a corner, and like whoever's not finished, by the time most finished, you just look at him and wait for him to finish. You all need to do your prayers anyway, in one way or the other. So you go off and do that. I believe that Oswald goes off like into the forest or something like that to do them out of sight. Is that a thing? Am I correct in that?
Yeah, I would probably do that.
He goes completely out of sight. He's done this hundreds of times on your journey up until now.
I reckon we should all have a poll going as to which god it is that he. The rest of us are trying to work out who it is, and since it's obviously like this secret kind of thing, what was that god that you wanted to take, Mac?
The Nyx, something Nyx.
Kalisha.
Oh, god of evil and darkness and shit. And
Yeah, but you took.
I'm taking that one. I'm taking that one in the poll because I don't. I'm like, if he's creeping off into the forest, then
he's secretly doing voodoo at us and like.
Yeah.
Well, in your travels, you've definitely seen his like symbol. So you can roll me a religion check. It is almost impossible that he hasn't cast a spell in the freelance.
Yeah, I have definitely.
Oh right, so we've probably worked this shit out.
No, maybe.
There's a chance for it.
Let's see if you work
I'm
it
gonna
out.
roll. Yeah, I'll roll a religion.
For a cleric, you'll be mind blown to know that my religion score is 0. So
You,
that's
you do
mine is
understand. You do
I've got a
understand that
plus.
there are clerics out there
I
who
have a
just
0 as well.
well, like there are clerics out there who battle the world. The religion is very different. But Grimval, you just realize today. You just wake up and you think, you ponder, what would it be? And yes, that 19 is enough. You realize who is goddess. Do you want me to whisper it to you, or do you?
Yeah,
want
you
to...
can whisper it to me. I wouldn't blow up his put all his information out there.
Burnt Eagle.
Okay,
I
you
would
have
probably
it.
just-
I've sent it to you on Zoom.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
You should probably read the.
He's reading the entry. Yeah, he's reading the entry that I left there.
I got it. Cool.
Okay, so he returns. You guys are like packing up your camp. What are you planning on doing?
Well, I think we gotta get going. Well, let's head to the next town and see what they have to offer us.
Yeah, where are we on this map, Chucky? Can you like?
Yeah, I've pinged
Mark it.
a couple of times, but I'll mark it for you guys. So you are here at the edge of the
Oh, okay.
forest.
And so we're
And there's a
heading
town here, or no?
No. You are heading up towards
to
here.
this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were there.
So it will take
Got it.
you.
Is there any specific reason why we're heading this way?
Parsantium, the biggest trade hub in the world. There has been many rumors that things have been going awry in this place. Nobody really knows why. And I don't know if you believed that maybe you could bring the right of your gods here because there's no actual church in the Freelands, or maybe you're here for adventure. Currently, Parsantium is on the lips of everybody. You don't know
so
really why.
Parsantium. Well, I mean, it's a trade town. Trade means
It is. It
money.
is one of the biggest trade cities in the world. So
Money is valuable, so let's just go there. Come, who's ready? Was Oswald already back from his prayers or not yet?
yes. As you guys stand over on Derek and you've packed all your camp up, you're ready to go. You hear just screams of a man back from the forest where you are at, and you hear this gigantic sound of a falling tree.
I'm going to draw my blade immediately and try and work out exactly where that came from.
Okay, so from your position, it'll be a bit deeper into the forest. It sounds like about 10 minutes away from you, something like that, like maximum through this forest. It sounds like it was on the road.
Who has proven him or herself to be the best fighter in the group over this weeks we have been traveling together?
I don't know.
I'd say probably not myself.
No, definitely not.
I think
me.
Batrox
Either one
was
of
the soldier, so
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
sure between Batrix and Edna.
I don't know. I
Maybe-
do mostly like spells, so.
Okay, then I will pretty much kind of hide behind Beatrix, but just way taller. It's just like
Yeah, I'm 5'9". I'm a 5'9" elf.
I'm 7.
I don't know. My height is not even known.
All right,
Just make it up.
I'll look back to you all with the sword drawn, and I'll do like a somewhat hushed, looks like we're on, and then I'm gonna move swiftly, but not without caution, towards the sound of the shouting and the tree falling.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow behind Beatrix. I'll have my shield and my warhammer out, and yeah, when I hear somebody yelling out, I just instinctively think somebody needs help. So
As
I'm
clerics, I presume we're all kind of good guys as well.
Yeah.
I'm just playing with my fire and sigh. Okay, money great. Let's go help this guy.
Okay, so you run for about 10 minutes. The screams continue on until eventually they finish. 5 minutes in your journey, the screams stop to a halt. And do you guys still continue on towards this creature?
Well, I guess we don't hear anything anymore. We can go.
I'm gonna ignore Edna's quip and I'm gonna. I'll definitely slow down because if the dude's dead, then let's not hastily run in. And I'll kind of, I'll slow down, but I still think swiftly with caution we'll move towards the area because I'm gonna.
Okay.
investigate at
Swiftly,
least.
you start moving. Well, with caution this time. So, what do you mean by that? Are you stealthing currently?
I'm not gonna stealth up. No, I'm not that afraid. I'm just gonna. I'm
I'll,
gonna move,
just give you the-
I'm gonna make sure I'm looking out for something. Though not fully stealth, I would like to be perceptive of traps or ambushes or some sort of enormous fucking ogre.
Okay, so that changes some things because if you move a bit slower, then you don't have a disadvantage on your perception. So you actually you're taking it slow, so you would have an advantage on your perception checks as you look around. So you get closer and closer, and you think you're close to the place where you heard the screams the first time. Give me a perception check and an advantage.
All right. Let me see what I've got here. So, perception. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. 12, Robert.
Everybody else,
Nah.
you guys, unless you guys have any reason
Yeah.
that you think you wouldn't be looking around.
I got it.
I'm guessing this is more of a party skill that's going to be used.
Oh,
Grimval,
Grimval goes
you
blind.
are sure that you are not in the right place. This is definitely not the right place. The creature definitely came from deeper in the woods.
I think it's a dragon.
Edna and Oswald, you guys hear this distinctive, very weird noise. You can't really put it on. It's like teeth scratching on stone, like a scrape.
Okay,
It's
this doesn't
horrible.
really sound good. I think we have to be a little bit cautious. It sounds a little bit like teeth scraping on stone.
And you see movement. You see like some shadows moving behind a tree to the side of the road. Just a bit
there's
more
some
forward in
shadows.
front of you.
You sure?
No,
I
there's
thought I
one
heard
shadow.
children playing.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna check it out.
Well, I didn't see anything. I'm
You
still
point.
Just,
She points out the sound, and you hear it as well because it doesn't stop. Like the sound is continues on. It's like teeth on stone and like stone crumbling. It's quite a distinctive sound.
teeth on stone.
Also, there's some people on the other side of the bushes. No,
I didn't say shadows. I say a shadow,
Oh,
not
a
humanoidic.
shadow.
You just saw
No.
a shadow.
I saw a shadow on the other side of this bush. I don't know what way we will approach.
You guys are about like maybe a couple 60 feet away from that bush, and you're like to the side, and then you are. I'm guessing because you said easily looking, you're hidden either behind a tree or behind some underbrush.
Could we could we surprise it if we would walk up?
If you tried stealthing, maybe yes.
Shall we stealth then?
I probably say I could try to take a look at this closer if you want to.
I'm guessing everyone's in like pretty big armor though, as we're all clerics. We're gonna fucking.
No, I have sack
Medium
like
armor.
really shit.
Yeah, I've got full heavy, like heavy armor right now.
You're like full heavy. I'm in scale mail. I can't remember. Is that a disadvantage as well, Chucky?
Scale mail is a disadvantage, yes.
Yeah. See, I'm all for not stealthing up. I'm just like.
So this is how stealthing works if you do it in a party. You can have a leader that leads the stealth, and everybody, basically the leader rolls. Everybody else then rolls just the 1d20. The ones with disadvantage rolls 2d20, taking the lowest one. Unless you roll a 1, which means you fuck up the stealth for everybody, you are going by the number that the leader rolled.
Oh, that is really good.
Shall we stealth
in
then?
that case, yeah. Let's look around. Who's not in like big old heavy armor? Any of?
And also means
Okay,
you are
so-
completely
I'm in
you are
chain.
completely following the leader. But whatever the leader is going, you're going with
would
him.
like to probably try to cast a spell.
Okay,
Um,
do it.
so, and I'm not sure exactly how this one works. I
So
only have the short
You take
description.
out. Give me the spell, and I'll tell you what happens. Give me the name of the spell.
Pass without trace.
Pass without trace. Okay. So if I remember correctly, Pass Without Trace is a spell in which you do not leave any type of traces behind you. I don't know how it would help
And
that.
You gain plus 10 stealth.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you not. Yeah, that makes sense. Because you don't leave any trace, you can't. That's perfect. Yeah, you cast Pass Without Trace,
So,
and
yeah,
your
yeah,
feet, your feet
Um,
slightly elevate from the ground, so that you don't actually touch the ground as you step on it. And go on and give me a stealth check. Do you want to lead the stealth with everybody?
We can all.
Yeah,
have
I'm definitely gonna lead the stealth. And,
Okay,
like,
so
as
you
I'm
guys can
casting
do your, you
spell-
can do individual stealths if you don't want to go behind Oswald.
Can't
I
hit.
roll a 21.
Can't pass without trace. Like, isn't it for everyone within, like, stood next to him or something?
No, this is how basically the thing goes. If he casts an invisibility, then definitely you won't be able to follow him. But besides that, he can lead the stealth a lot better than anybody else. Because in a stealth, you don't actually everybody just you take your time. You make the same steps as the person in front of you. That's why I'm saying that somebody can lead the stealth, because you just make the same steps as him.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
30 feet. He can pass without trace everyone within 30 feet of him. We can all be in his pass without trace spell.
Really?
And
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you
we don't-
can.
We don't get how disadvantaged.
Oh, okay.
So it's what? Does it have multiple targets?
A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection.
Oh, that's awesome.
Each creature you
Fine.
choose within 30 feet of you, including has
We
a
also
10
start floating.
Yeah, all of you,
So-
all of you start throwing. You are like, your stealth is amazingly, is amazing right now. 30
Yeah.
something.
So, like, when I cast a spell, I say something along the lines of, "He who moves in the darkness, please guide my feet as we approach these
I
unknown
think we're
horrors."
pretty close with the next one.
I give Edna a knowing look, and then
A nod, yeah.
And you see, I believe that you see kind of Grimwell smiling at this.
Yeah.
That smug
we
smile, like,
will-
I know. I know.
like, I'll just point to Oswald and just kind of do like the whole lead the way.
So, I'm
So-
gonna roll. So I just add plus 10 to my normal
Yeah,
spell.
you make it. It's okay. Everybody has paid.
Okay, I don't
So,
have to roll.
There's absolutely no way this creature can see you. Like, it's impossible. You guys go to each side of the bushes, and you see this statue of a messenger. It looks like. It looks like some type of messenger. He is a statue. His face in complete horror and surprise. One arm missing, as it's being chewed on by a creature. This creature has a salamander-like blue skin. His eyes are radiating a flash of blue. He has long red spikes all along his body and 4 pairs of feet. His tail is waggling in the air as he's just literally munching and eating the statue.
Like big, like a really big creature.
It is it is not. It's kind of like as big as you.
Okay.
It's not bigger. It's not a large creature. It's kind of like a medium-sized creature.
And
Is
it's
this some kind
eating
of
a
creature
statue.
we recognize?
These creatures can be recognized by a Arcana check. If you are proficient, you can roll that. You are currently stealth, so the creature has no idea where you are.
Proficient in what?
In Arcana, if you have proficiency in Arcana, you may try and figure out what this
Nope.
creature is.
Nope.
No.
If anyone wants to roll.
Some clerics we are. Like,
Yeah.
no proficiency in religion or magic. Yay.
Okay, so you guys have no idea what this creature is. This creature is literally eating stone. I mean, you've seen weird things
Get
out there.
Days of food, at least. That's all I know.
Chucky, can I look around for the person that screamed out?
You
Another
look around for the person that's
Another creature.
for the person that screamed out. You see absolutely nothing. And give me a perception check.
Perception was 5, wasn't it? Ugh.
Yeah, you're definitely in the
You're
wrong
all
place.
lost.
You're definitely wrong place. You're, what the fuck? Did I take the wrong turn? Where the fuck are we?
Okay.
But you know, I'm genuinely saying that you as a character believe that one means that you doubt yourself.
Yeah,
Make a
yeah.
perception
I'm
check.
like, oh shit, we're in the wrong place. This isn't even where that scream came from. I don't say it. Though. I'm still aware that there's a creature in front of us.
I wonder, like, he's chewing on the statue, but is he literally, like, eating it?
Yeah,
Is it-
he's eating it. Like, as you guys stand there, more and more of his hand.
And it seems like something like he can eat, as in, like, that's his regular food, stone.
Yes.
Can I
So
do a perception check if I notice that it might be him turning the person in stone as sort of like his magic?
it's not turning. Like he's already a statue.
Yeah, I know, but like, for example, that his eyes, like Medusa or something, petrifies a target and then eats it.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
You can't perceive things that you can't see in front of you, but you perceive something. The statue is made with mechanical accuracy. It's like this is better than any sculptor you've ever seen. Like what? Who would bring like what statue would just be made in the middle of a forest like this?
I have a feeling that that statue might have not been a statue very long.
You whisper that
Yeah.
to your friends to your side. You also notice with your perception check a letter down near a backpack that's been scatteringly like thrown away. You see like the latch on the backpack was broken and the backpack fell and the sweater was to the side of the backpack. And
Can
on
I
the
grab
side
it? Myself?
you may attempt to go towards it as the creature is eating, maybe as distracted, but you're gonna have to repeat your stealth check because we're gonna actually no, you don't have to repeat your stealth check. I'm just gonna give the creature an advantage to perceive you because you're coming close to it. Like the creature might see you. That's what I'm saying. Are you prepared to take that risk?
Yes.
Okay, you go forwards and try and get the letter. The creature, as expected, does not perceive you. You float easily behind the tree, and then with your hand, you crouch down behind the tree as the creature is eating the statue on the other side. Your hand easily goes and kind of you pat the ground very slightly for the letter. You find it. You grab with the two fingers and you easily bring it to yourself. On the letter, the seal on this letter is unmistakable. It is the hand of the king. It is the seal of the prince of Parsantium.
Do I open it?
Can
Can I just be like, hand it to king, a lot of money?
do you open it right there, like right next to the creature? Which will
Okay, no, I'll wait.
Okay, so
I'm
do you
just
go
got a
back?
bit too
Do you go
distracted
back
by
to
the
your?
money.
Do you go back to your hiding place, like in the bushes, not close to the
Yes.
creature?
Do you think we can ambush it?
Okay, you can go back. The creature still doesn't notice you, but it does raise its head and look around a bit. But then it stops, seeing nothing, and then continues on munching on the hand.
Okay. Oh, are we gonna kill this creature?
Why?
I mean, I'm clearly stood with my sword in both hands, just looking at everyone, waiting for the go signal.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
like,
shaking my head.
yeah, but I'm looking at Oswald, who's stealth mission.
don't be such a pussy. It's time to light some things up. I say go.
Why are you always so violent?
I'm
don't
sick
need
of-
to
Hey, I think you also have a lot to do with violent or darkness. And I wink at Beatrix.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
I'm like, let me get close to it, and I can inflict some serious wounds on this thing.
I'm up for that.
You'll enjoy this one, Oswald. Necromancer.
Okay. Okay. So you guys receive a surprise round as you jump on the creature, and we'll see what happens when the creature turns around surprising to see you after the break.
I just want to state for the record that I grab its tail. That's it.
Okay, that's how we start this fight. Perfect. Okay, we'll come back after the break and we'll tell you what you guys know how things go. And hey, Dad, who's in chat?
Hi, Chucky
Chucky's
Dad.
dad.
Hey, Shuck Dad.
Bye.
Okay, I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys in 3-5 minutes. Goodbye.